All right, so let's get into it. It's gonna be super, super exciting. We're gonna talk about the best LinkedIn strategy for marketing agencies in 2026, especially summer, right? That's what's coming up. It's gonna be crazy. Let's get into it. Okay, so lead sourcing. This is what we're gonna cover. We're gonna cover lead sourcing, account optimization. We're gonna go over the warm up, initiating prospects. So how the fuck do you even reach out to them? And then we're gonna talk about scaling because a lot of people they find LinkedIn super hard to scale. I find it, you know, hard to scale as well, but it's absolutely possible. I'm gonna tell you that it is absolutely possible. Okay, so I need to be looking at the camera right here. And that cool. So first of all, it's going to be about finding the right leads, right? As most of you know, there is a shit ton of this lead databases, you could say. But there is a couple of very good databases that you can use, right? Super simple. We have Apollo. This is a very good one. It's just like a lot of junk is there. So you need to have the right system to filter down the junk and to make sure that you're only contacting the right people and to only source the right people from there on. I need to fix my camera. What's this? All right. This is better. Maybe a little bit up. Okay. Anyways, so Ocean.io is also a very good one because what you can do with Ocean.io is you can, let's say you have 10 customers right now for your offer. What you can do with Ocean.io is you can literally put all their websites in Ocean. And then what you can do is you can just source the leads who are like those people. This is very good. This is what I use. With Apollo.io, what I especially do to scrape Apollo is I use you could say a website, a scraper, Ample Leads. That's how it's called. I can show you. Right here, I'm going to type in Ample Leads. This is the platform. Let me sign in so you can see everything. So you can see we're actually sourcing this ourselves. I have about, you can see how many searches I have. I have about 24,000 credits, which means that I can source 24,000 leads. This is what it essentially means. And it's about $2.50 per thousand credits, which is very, very fucking cheap. Like everybody can do this. So yeah, let's get on and on with the video. So we have Clay afterwards. Clay is just an enrichment tactic. This is how you can enrich leads to get the most out of them. Because at some point, if you're getting 10 to 20% better results from the leads you're sourcing, you're going to get 10 to 20% better conversion rates at the end of the day. Because inputs, they define the system. This is what I'm very, very happy on. And this is what I always talk about. When I'm talking to, for example, some of my Dawn clients, when I'm talking with some of my Dawn clients and they don't understand it, I just tell them like inputs, this is it. Then the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be the account optimization. This is very, very important. So account optimization, I'm giving you an example right here of my partner. So me and Thomas, we've been running this agency for quite a while. We've been in like, I've been running this agency alone for like 2 years. He was running his own agency for like 1 year and a half. And then we just merged together, started working together. And this is his page right here. As you can see, a couple of notable things. As you can see, for example, CEO and partner at ActiScale, this is just showing that he has authority over this company. And then it's a short offer statement. So this is literally what we do as a company. We help high-ticket B2B service providers turn outreach into revenue through our outreach. This is it. This is what we do. And the company assigned is ActiScale, right? So you just do whatever you want here. You can have your company here, and that's it. For the location, there is one important thing that I want to talk about. This super important. So if you're from Pakistan, or if you're, for example, you're running a 12 employee company in Pakistan, and you have, let's say, two locations. Like you always want to put in the good location. Like if you are half of the year in the US and you're half of the year in Pakistan or whatever third world country you're at from, I would always put in I would always put in a first world country. It always converts so much better. I can tell you that for sure. Just a quick sip of water. So the warm-up schedule. Now the warm-up schedule, this is how we typically do it. When we're bringing in new accounts to our internal marketing, we do two connection requests for the first 2 days, right? So if account is created, if we rent out an account, for the first 2 days, I would just send two connection requests a day just to show LinkedIn that we're actually like serious about this and serious about building our network, right? Then I would ramp it up to 4 connections, do this for 2 more days. And then I would go on six. This is what I would do in 2 days as well, right? And then this is all done in one day, right? So you do one day, and this is ongoing. You don't want to go above 25 connection requests a day because you can get flagged if you're not getting a good connection request back. And if your account is not, reputable enough and it's not been in space for a long enough time, it's probably going to be the case that you're not getting like above 50% connection back rate, which in this case, you just send 25 and you're going to be safe. Send every day, including weekends, and then never pause the warm up, right? It's super important that you do this. I want to get very clear on this. The warm up is very important. Like this thing right here, this can cost you an account, and an account can be very valuable to you because, like, just from my own account, we were able to book over 500 meetings. Like, this is literally what you can do. And from those 500 meetings, we were able to convert multiple 5 figures, right? So this is like what an account can mean if you lose an account. Now, of course, you can always get new accounts, la la la. But a good account, you never want to get restricted on a good account. This is super important that you know this. And then initiating prospects. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. So the video DM framework. So what I mean by video DM framework is every time we get connected with somebody, we always send them a video. Super important. Always send them a video. Don't blast them with a voice note. Don't blast them with a fucking text. Don't do that shit. Video is the way. I'm telling you. I'm telling you truly. Always do video. So one, you don't even need Loom. You can just send MP4 files. It typically works better even when you're sending MP4 files. Just get a couple of recordings. Use this framework. So do the hook, credibility statement, and the offer. So also CTA is very important because if you don't have a CTA, like you're just leaving them in the dark. So how I would typically do it, and I could even show you some examples. I'm not going to do that, but I'm just gonna show you like how I would do it right here, right? So let's do this. Let's say you're the prospect. Your name is John. You're from Canada. You're a high-ticket B2B service provider, and you do basically you have a performance-based agency. How I would record my video is gonna be in this way. And you can just record an evergreen video, send it to everybody who has the same latent conditions. And let me show you. I would do it like this. Hey, John, it's Ali here. Super, super nice to be connected. Look, I was just going through your profile and you really, really reminded me of a client we're working with. This client, and then you just take the result that you were able to get for that client and, the company name, whatever. And then after you do that, I would just go on and talk about our service. So I would say, so look, man, essentially what we do is we partner with high-ticket B2B service providers to help them get really a predictable acquisition system at the end of the day and get more appointments in, a bigger appointment flow. That's what we do. And look, if that sounds good, man, I'm going to attach a link at the top of this video. It's going to be super, super valuable if you do this. I have a lot of meetings. I have everything going on. We're doing a lot of business when it comes to Canada. So look, man, let me know if any of those times work for you. I'm super nice to be connected, and no worries if not. Still great to have you in my network. So this is just this is just an example of how I would shoot it over. It's super simple. You just state your offer, give some credibility, build up that connection, right? And then always at the end of it, tell them no worries if not. Always do that because they can just like mark you as spam, and then LinkedIn is gonna restrict your account. So you want to be very cautious with these prospects. And there are a couple of rules. You want to keep it under 90 seconds. If you're shooting a video over that's like fucking 5 minutes and you're just ranting all about your results and your service initially, it's going to be like, what the fuck? Personalized hook. This is also important. So if you can personalize it, it's going to be very good. If you can't, if you don't have time, if you're very busy, you can always shoot us over. I'm going to help you out with outreach. I can get some sellers, but our main product is basically running AI outreach ecosystems, right? But if you're really busy and you want to do this yourself, just record a video once, make sure it's very, very good, and just send it to everybody. It doesn't have to be personalized. Personalization doesn't really scale at this point of time. You can use Loom AI, business plan. You can scale it that way, but let's get back to the point. So also send within the 24 hours of getting the connection accepted, right? Because you want to make sure that they're like in that period they're actively on LinkedIn. This is like I asked Claude to generate this YouTube video for me, and it's doing this shit. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but hey, let's get into the next section. So scaling. So you're gonna be sending 25 connections a day per account, and when you have 6 accounts, that's gonna be 150 connection requests a day, which means you can literally get so much out of this because when you're receiving a 25 connection request back, that means you're gonna be getting about, what is it, like 30 leads a day, 40 leads a day that you can message. And out of those 40 leads, whatever, you're going to be booking at least 3% of them in. Like that's going to be crazy if you actually have a high ticket service, because what that means for you is, let's say you get like only 400 leads at the end of the month and you're running this with like 3, 4 accounts. Okay. That means you're going to be able to probably book in like 10 to 20 of this into an appointment. And from those 10 to 20, if you have a good sales rep or if you're good at closing, you can convert 5 clients realistically. 5 clients paying you like 5K a month. That's like 25K added in revenue if you're just implementing this strategy right here. And remember, LinkedIn is about building trust and getting your offer across. Remember that. It's not about, selling anything here. It's just about getting them on a call, building trust with them, and getting your offer across. It's like a message, right? You're just passing on the message to the market. They're trying to see your message. And this is what you're trying to do here. And this is what we are trying to do. This is what everybody on LinkedIn is trying to do. But I want to give you a clear understanding of this. Okay, so that's it for the video. If you are, already doing 20, 30K a month, or if you're below that, if you're making like a couple of $1,000s a month, you can just keep watching my YouTube videos. I also have a Down With You program where I basically teach people how they can run their own outreach systems, how we were able to generate over 7 figures for our clients. I'll just give you all of that. So please, this is what we do in the Down With You program. You can book a call with me directly in the description. If you are making more than $30,000 a month and you already are an established agency owner, consultant, B2B coach, you can also book a call with me. I can show you how we can run this off for you on down for you basis. We do have a very cool model because it's a revenue share. So I'm super, super sure you're going to like it. If you enjoy this video, we have a lot of videos like this coming out. I already pre-recorded a lot of them. So thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one, and make sure to book a call if you're a fit.